Hey, hello, hello, hello. It's been a few Thursdays. We have been away from each other. Listen here. So yeah, let's get this thing on the ball rolling, y'all, cause I don't know what it is. I really miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss being on here. Um, just kind of miss the whole shebang. Been on vacation and whatnot. So yeah, we about to be ready to roll. Hello, hello. Welcome, Pathway to Purpose. I am Cynthia Robinson. Listen, you guys. So I have been on sabbatical. I have been on sabbatical. So you guys know the 1st of April, I did go on a cruise. I went on a cruise, enjoyed it, everything about it. It was absolutely amazing. I thought I was going to be able to go live on the ship, but y'all, tell me why the internet was horrible. Even the people who bought like the deluxe package was complaining, terribly complaining about how bad the internet system was. So lo and behold, I could not do my show from the Bahamas. So yeah, and then when I came back, I actually got sick. so so it's been a roller coaster, y'all. But I really, 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 really miss y'all, and I hope y'all are having an amazing evening. I want to see who on. I'm trying to see my comments. I don't see my comments right now, so maybe I'll see them in a few minutes. Anyway, so let us know where you're tuning in from. And I just want to say, hey, I'm supposed to actually have a guest tonight, but he has some little technical difficulties going on. So hopefully he will join. Hey Bishop, yeah, I'm doing a lot better. You know, that was a few weeks ago. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, but I am feeling absolutely awesome and amazing. And I'm just so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be back, y'all, because it really has been an awesome April has been an awesome month. April has been a month of revealing, a month of releasing, a month of restoring, and just letting God do what he do. You know, sometimes we have that kickback where we're like, okay, God, we know you want to do it, but then we try to take it back from, and then we try to worry about it, or we contemplate, or we not that we don't have faith, but we just kind of test the waters with trying to figure it out on our own, knowing we should completely let go. But April for me has been a month that I have completely let go. And it's just been amazing, y'all. And also, my bishop is on here. So we celebrated him and my pastor on last weekend, and it was their 7th anniversary. They've been in the ministry for over 22 years, right, Bishop? But yeah, we celebrated them and had a ball. So y'all saw the pictures. It was so amazing. They so deserved that. It was so much fun. We had fun in Jesus. We had fun in Jesus. So if y'all don't know that people can have fun in Jesus, we can have fun in Jesus and celebrate the people of God and come together respectfully. It was elegant. It was classy. And we had fun and we ate really well because Mezzo Forte Catering by Wanda Forte, honey, the food was absolutely awesome. The DJ was good. We just had a good time. So yeah, so just to give y'all a kind of a run through of what's been going on with me this month and how things have been going. Yeah, Bishop, bless. Yes, it was a blessing. It really was a blessing, and I'm just blessed to be a part of Mended Heart Ministries. And it's I can just see the growth, not just in myself, but in so many others, and it's just such a blessing. So y'all, listen, if y'all ever get up on a Sunday morning and like, I want to go to church, I don't know where to worship, please visit us on Harry Bird Highway, Mended Heart Ministries. My bishop is Reginald McLeod Sr., and my pastor is Andrea Renee Bowie McLeod. So come see us, y'all. We have a good time in God. We're not reserved. You have freedom to just be there and enjoy. So come out. So yeah. But anyway, moving right along, y'all. So I wanted to get on tonight. Like I said, I have a guest. Not sure if he's going to be able to come on, but I absolutely wanted to talk about people being reserved about being who they are, who God called you to be. We're living in a time where we see so much. We have so much on social media, so much on TV. We have so many examples before us that try to give us a perspective of what life should be. But let me tell you something. The best thing is living a real life, like living in your truth, living who you are, not trying to compare yourself to anyone else. And I've had so many people that I've talked to that are really struggling. Hey, Gloria, that is really struggling because of what society has put forth as what life should be, and they feel like they're not accomplishing everything that society thinks they should. So sometimes we take on things that we shouldn't. We take on the mindset, okay, so I'm this age, so this should be happening in my life, or I'm that age, or that should be going on, or I should be this far by now within this time span of my career or schooling or what have you. But I'm here to tell you, to encourage you, that God makes no mistakes. And where you are in your life right now, you're positioned just for your greater. We all have a life that God individually details for us as we follow Him. And for us to try to think that we should be under this huge umbrella of success and be on the same path and on the same level that's just, it's unheard of. It is, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. It's not it's not good for your mental. Hey, Tori, it's not good for your mental, and it's not good for you to compare your life with someone else's life, because your story is not their story. What other people go through, they might not have as much struggle as you've had. They might not have had as many trials. They might not have had illnesses. They might not have had whatever it is that you've gone through, past hurts, traumas, or overcome things that you have had to overcome. So don't compare yourself to what someone else has and where they are in their life. Hey guys, hey, hey, hey. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you guys. Come on in. We just chatting. We're chatting. Hey, my sister K Jeanette. And I want to encourage you to know that as long as you do your very best, do your very best, do the best that you can do. When you build your relationship with God and He begins to cultivate you into becoming that man or woman or whoever it is that you are striving to be, that great individual that's already inside of you, that God is showing you who you are, don't look to the left or to the right. Only look ahead. Only look up. Only always know that God is not gonna put you in a place that is not gonna make you greater. He's gonna add to your life. He's gonna multiply to your life. He's gonna remove some things and people from you that will not put you in a place of purpose. But what you need to know is you need not to compare yourself with what anyone else is doing. And don't look at it as what they're doing is greater than what you're doing, because you are in your great place already. Hey, sis. Hey, Sandra Gamble, the author, the counselor, the minister. And I want to encourage you, because so much in this society that we live here in America, people try to tell you that you should be this place or that place or at that level. And it's not a lot. I'm not saying everybody does it, but I'm just ministering to and talking to especially young ladies. If you're not married yet, you know, why aren't you married? Why don't you have children? People, listen, if you have young ladies in your family and they're not married yet and they don't have a child, please stop asking them when they're going to do it. Don't put pressure on them like because they're 29 or they're 34, they're 30, they're at the end of their life. I mean, really, that itself is heartbreaking to some young women. And because they respect their family, they don't say anything. They just kind of take it and walk with it. And it's hurtful because I'm ministering a few ladies that feel that way. I'm ministering to them, and you want to build them, you want to build them up. We're supposed to be building them up. We're not supposed to be judging them. Your time, this is not a time where people get married at 14. Come on, aunties and uncles that's in their 70s and 60s and 8. Come on. Nobody gets married that age anymore. That's just not feasible. That is a child. Nobody gets married anymore to help on the farm or to get somebody off of our coattail because we don't want to take care of 10, 11 children. It's not that way anymore. Now young ladies are graduating high school. They're going on to college. They're cultivating in their careers. They're growing. They're learning who they are. People understand now that it's okay just to have God, and grow in God and be okay with your tribe and your circle and your church and it's okay. And it's okay to go home and lock your door and be the only person in your house until God sends that person or a young man allows you to find that particular wife for you. So we as family, we as community, we as a tribe, we have to understand that our young people need us to feed, to pour into them in a way that we emotionally build them up and not tear them up. Time is out for do what I say and not what I do. You know what I'm saying? You right, Sandra. She says you're valuable rather whether you have a spouse or not. You're valuable just as who you are. And we need to stop looking at people and say, well, you're 40. You should have a nicer car than that. Or you should already have bought your first house already. Or you should already have done this, or you should already have done that. Newsflash, everyone is not meant to be a homeowner. That's why people are renters. Listen, my next investment is gonna be buying some stuff, for folks to live in. I don't want everybody to want to own the house because I want a renter. You know what I'm saying? When you want to be an investor, you want to rent, you want a renter, you want somebody to rent. So stop knocking people for not owning their own home. That's crazy. They're paying their bills. They have a roof over their heads. They're not asking you for anything. So how dare you judge a person for where you think they should be? You never know their story. You never know their story. That listen, and this is the gentleman that he mentors. He mentors young men. Teach by example. Young people learn more by looking versus listening. Let me tell you something, Chris. That is so true. Because you can beat me all over the head with your words, but when I see how you move, what I learned as a young person, a young child, I watched how I learned to have a relationship with God at a young age. I watched my grandfather go into the back of the house, right in front of his barn, and do his shaving. He did his shaving outside. He did a little powder and all that stuff, a little over, and he would talk to the Lord, hum, and pray while he was shaving. I saw my granddaddy go out and feed his farm animals, and he would be humming a hymn and praying and talking to God. He could not read the Bible, but he could talk to God like nobody's business. That taught me how to have a relationship with God all by myself. Like I could talk to God when no one is around. So what you do, how you move, that's what they need to see, not just your words. So yeah, that's I employ. I please. I ask that you pour into your young people and show them how to live greater. Everybody is not meant to own a home at 25, at 30. Everyone is not meant to get married at a young age and start having a family. Every young man is not supposed to go into the military if every other man in your family been in the military. Maybe that's not what he wants to do. Maybe he wants to go to college and become a teacher or engineer or electrician. Maybe that's his plight. Maybe he just wants to do a 2-year school. He don't want to do a 4-year school. Like we need to stop making people feel like who they are and who God is calling them to be is not enough, because it is enough. It really is enough. And stop defining people if they're not in a relationship. Yes, yes. We all grow in different ways. Absolutely, Erica. We do. We do. Comparison is a joy stealer. Oh, I love that, Sandra. It is a joy stealer. Because if I'm comparing myself to Sandra, what sense does that make when we're two different people with two different stories? She has an amazing story that actually is freeing people. She's written 3 books. She just had her third book be released. So why would I compare myself to her because I haven't walked the path that she's walked? A lot of people have not walked the path that other people have walked. Some people have had an amazing childhood. Their childhood has been absolutely amazing. Has my childhood been absolutely horrible? Of course not. I've had great childhood. I have such great memories as a kid. But I do have some traumatic experiences that I've been through. So someone that has had a great childhood, I can't be angry with them because their father was always there, or they were raised by their dad and they're absolutely a daddy's girl and they're spoiled. I'm not mad about that. I have friends. I have friends who are daddy's girls. They were daddy's girls. And I love that for them. I absolutely love it. It makes my heart smile. My 2 oldest daughters are daddy's girls. I love that for them. Like you have to love what a person has experienced, even though you've never been through it. Hey, Kwanzaa. Ooh, I just love what you say. Everyone have a different path of life. Oh yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And when I started it, because let me tell you something, because of what I heard a lot of my elders say and a lot of the criticism, because let me tell y'all older people something. Let me tell you, let me enlighten y'all. The reason why a lot of the us younger people, like the Gen X, we Gen X's who were latchkey kids who had to go home, had the key around our neck, and had to go to our mama's house and go ahead and start dinner and do our homework, take care of younger siblings, make sure they got off the bus, all that stuff. The reason why we're so reserved, like right now, and how we are with our Gen Z and millennial kids or whatever, the millennial brothers and sisters, because we got so much slack from the baby boomers. Y'all baby boomers, some of y'all baby boomers were so judgmental. It was absolutely ridiculous. The reason why Gen X's have a lot of feeling of, listen, I don't care what you saying. If it ain't about what I got going on, I don't care. Because of how the baby boomers kind of were raised by by their parents. And they tried to raise us like that. And now we're trying to flip it and break generational curses. And I had some people in my family that their mouth was no filter. And if they understood how damaging some of their comments and words were to some of us as children, they would never want somebody to talk like that to their child or their grandchild. Never. But we're healing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have had to heal from that. Some of us have had to adjust and redirect how we parent. You know what I'm saying? And we had to do things a lot different and better because of how we grew up and what we had to deal with. So what I'm saying is now is keep your mouth off people because you never know what they're dealing with. And I would never want to be a child in the society now. I wouldn't. Oh my God, I would not. I empathize with all the kids that have to deal with high school, that had to go through high school and graduate during COVID. They didn't have a graduation, they didn't have a prom, things that they dealt with that we just don't sit back and say, you know what? Let me pray for them. Let me reach out. Let me send them a text message. Let me send them some love. Let me encourage them. Let me call their parents and see if they need some help or something, because this has to be hard. You get what I'm saying? It has to be hard. And it does take a village. It absolutely takes a village. It takes a tribe, but it takes a real tribe with real love, with the love of God to do that. Tori said, words can be very damaging and scar you for life. Once those words leave your mouth, you can't take it back. Listen, my bishop said something similar to that about those words. You have to go back and do damage control. But honey, sometimes damage control takes years. It only takes seconds for that to roll out of your mouth. Seriously. It takes seconds to roll out of your mouth. Uh what years of damage does. Hey, Mr. Burris. His pulpit is different, y'all. Yeah, right, right. Can you imagine being a kid now? Can you imagine trying to like live up to the standards of what's going on nowadays? Like it's got to be mentally draining to be a teenager. I would not want to be a 16 or a 15-year-old. Yeah, I'm loving these comments, y'all. Keep them coming. I love this. Kwanzaa said, "It's not what you say, it's how you say it." That's one of my babies, y'all. I absolutely love her. Keep her lifted. She just lost her dad. So, yeah, keep her lifted. I love you and know that I love you and I'm here. You need me, beloved. Always here. I'm so proud of you, too. She's graduating. Oh, getting that bachelor's in. Tori says, everyone's society is defined by a title. A title is not always defined. Oh, yes. Listen. Listen here. Of course I have a title. I have a title. Um, and I don't, and my bishop knows I don't like titles. It's funny because we had the anniversary. We celebrated our bishop and our pastor Sunday, and the gentleman called me by my name, and it made me feel good actually because it's like I don't care about a title. Like I'm really Cynthia Robinson. Like at the end of the day, that's who I am. I have different hats that I wear, and I feel like that. I have different hats that I wear. I never take off my hat of ministering because that's who I am. I walk in that, but the title of elder, the title of prophetess, the title of day spa owner, businesswoman, marketing rep. Okay, those are hats. There's moments that I take those off. I'm always a mom. I'm a mom. But at the end of the day, like she said, titles are titles, and but it is who you truly are, who you truly are. Hey, Monica. You can't say things to kids these days just because what you say to them, they listen, they take heed. They absolutely do. Children are sponges, y'all. They are sponges. And if we want to mold them into being amazing individuals, you know what the best thing is for a child is to be transparent with them. No, you don't have to tell them every raw detail, but when you're transparent with a child and tell a child, listen, I failed the test too. I failed a couple of tests. I failed matter of fact, more than a couple. Throughout my whole schooling, I probably failed maybe a good 10. But when you're real and you give them an insight of life is a struggle, but you can get through it instead of be perfect, be perfect, be perfect, it really cultivates them and makes them very it makes them comfortable with who they are. It really does. The more you are healed, the less you are concerned about titles. Sandra Gamble, come on through, come on in the room. The more you are. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, healing, y'all know how I feel about being healed. Listen. The healing journey is an ongoing thing, and it's levels to it, and it's all about you. It ain't all about, what somebody did to you. It's not about how somebody treated you. It's about you need to get over it, and you need to get healthy and well and mentally sane and in a place where you understand that this didn't happen to you because you're a bad person. It's just something that happened, and things happen and people hurt you, and it's to grow you. All of it, you're going to grow from it. You're not going to stay stagnated. When you begin to heal, you learn to love the people that even hurt you. You begin to understand that they're hurt too, and they need healing just like you do, and that they have a purpose and a plan for their life, and God loves them just as much as he loves you. You get what I'm saying? When you heal, you get to understand all that stuff. And all you want to do is just love on people. You want to love on them. You don't want to hurt them. Says you can't. They're not gonna be this, or you're gonna be like your mom or dad. They need engagement. Yes, you can't tell a child. Right. You can't sit there and tell them that, Mon. That's right. I agree, Monica. You can't. You can't. Even the pain. Come on here. Even the pain has a purpose. Listen, I am so glad. And I know this may sound crazy. I'm actually glad that I've been through the pain, that I've endured, that I'm able to experience pain. Can I say that? Because without it, I would have never known the strength that I had. I would have never known that I could accomplish things because through my pain, it made me push harder. Through pain, it made me understand my worth because I was in a very, very abusive marriage, a very abusive marriage before. And when you were abused, when you're an abused wife and you finally get out of that situation, you begin to understand that, oh my gosh, if I would have still been in that situation and I would not have gotten out, I would have never understood who I really was, the purpose that I had on my life, or how I can be this strong, or how I can do these things by myself, or how I can uh, really be that nurturing mother to my children, even though I went through this, I went through that. So that pain put purpose, showed me what my purpose was. It was the beginning of me seeing who I was. So whenever you go through pain, don't look at it like, oh my God, why me? Look at it to a point where what do I need to learn out of this pain? And pain puts you in a position for purpose. Absolutely. 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 Erica said healing is a way of life and it teaches you how to help others heal who may be going through the same thing or something similar. Listen, baby, I do not like the statement when people say I don't need nobody. That is a bold-faced lie from the pits of hell. Baby, we need somebody. We cannot dwell. Yeah, I almost spoke in my holy language. We cannot dwell on this earth without someone else. We can. We need other people. We can sit here and say all day, I don't need nobody but Jesus. That's a lie, because if that was the case, God would have only sent you and you'd have been here by yourself. You would have been alone, honey, by yourself. And that is not how God meant for it to be. That is not what God called. Be fruitful and multiply, honey. We need each other. We need love. We thrive being loved and cared for. We thrive on learning and seeing from each other. So we need somebody else, honey. We do. We do need each other. So I don't like when people say, I don't need nobody. Now, you may not need someone else's help or assistance to get to a certain level in your life, but you do need other people. Because if that's the fact, why do you desire love? Because everybody desires love. Even the people that don't know how to give it desire it. So we need somebody else. So yeah, absolutely. We became better people through pain. Yes, Tori, that's it. And it's gonna show you who you are. Some of us become a lot better if we allow it. If we allow it, because that's you know that's choice also. That's choice, honey. That's by choice. We have to choose to allow the pain to make us better or stay in the pain and make other people miserable, because unhealed people hurt people because they don't understand that there is a purpose in the pain. They don't understand that yet. It hadn't hit them. It's not an epiphany. So when somebody hurts me, in my healing, I understand now that they're just trying to thrive through pain themselves. They're trying to thrive through pain themselves. They're trying to survive through pain. They're trying to they're trying to push through pain. They're trying to do whatever it is they can every day to deal with the pain that they're dealing with. So honestly, when we healed, when you know you're really healing, you begin to pray for the people that hurt you. You begin to, and not just pray because you're like, well, I know I'm supposed to pray. No, you pray because you really want them to feel better like you do. I want people to heal like I'm healing, honey. I want people to truly smile. I don't want their smile to be superficial on the outside, and on the inside they're burning. They go home and they lay in the bed and they cry. Even if they don't tear up, they're crying on the inside. I don't want that for anybody. I wish that on no one, because it's a bad feeling. I've had it before. God wants us better, not bitter. Absolutely. He wants us better. He wants us to have life and have it more abundantly. So yes, he wants us better. And hurt people, they hurt people, y'all. When somebody hurt you, if we look at life, when people hurt us and we understand that, oh my God, they could be hurt too. What is going on? It's not our job to fix them. I'm not saying stay and fix them. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're supposed to be the person to be there with them through the pain. Maybe you are. I'm not sure. That's something you have to decide and pray to God and ask God, is that your assignment? Okay. What I'm saying is to be able to look at them as human and that they could be in pain, so they can only project what they feel, what they see themselves as. So yeah, y'all. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all making me feel so good being back. After being on my sabbatical for a few weeks, y'all, we chatting it up. Even though my co-host for the night couldn't come on because he was helping a family member. But yeah, I love it. Thank you. I love you so much, Sandra. Thank you so much. But yeah, thank y'all so much. I wanted to come in. I just want to pop in, encourage you guys. Please pour into a young person. Please pour into anyone. Just pour into someone that you know, or that you have this discernment that they just need love. They just need a moment of compassion from you. They need to be uplifted just for a moment. Just for a moment, uplift them, give them an encouraging word. Just shoot them a text, shoot them a message. That's a good thing about technology. We don't have to be present to show somebody some love. Now, sometimes we do need to get in a car and go give them a hug, but for the most part, shoot somebody a text, even if it's a congratulation. It don't have to be something bad. When you see someone and they're excited about graduating college, getting their bachelor's, shoot them a message, a personal message. Okay, yeah, you can comment on the post, but that personal message really lets them know everything that they endured while trying to obtain that thing that they were trying to obtain of success, or that another level, that certification, or that degree, or whatever it is that they're trying to obtain, that new home or whatever, that new business. For you to inbox them or send them a text message and say, listen, I see you shining. I'm proud of you. I'm praying for you. I know I might not be there to help you celebrate, but I love what God is doing in your life. That makes such an awesome and a big difference in people's life. It gives them fuel to go forward. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Keep doing what you do. Okay, listen. This is a God thing. This really is a God thing. People think that I just love being in front of camera. I'm like, Lord, oh, why you chose me to do this? But unapologetically, I do whatever it is that's in my heart. This is part of my ministry, and I'm going to keep on doing it. Keep on pushing people to their purpose. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to get out of here, but I will never, ever, 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 ever not want you to do well. I always want to see you do well. I want to see you do great things. I'm so excited about what God is about to do in your life. Just know that greater is ahead. Just know that everything that you have been through is not in vain. Even the pain was for a reason. The pain was there to push you to your purpose. But let me tell you something. Within the pain, find your healing. Find your healing place. Get some help if you need help. Get counseling if you need counseling. Listen, there are amazing people in this area that counsels. If you don't know anybody, reach out to my pastor, Andrea Renee McLeod. She can direct you to somebody in the area that can help you, that can counsel you. Sandra Gamble, she does private counseling. Hit her up. She does private counseling. Not sure what the fees are, not sure any of that. You hit her up, get a consultation from her, talk with her. Listen, there are people that really will keep your, they abide by HIPAA. They are licensed, they're professionals. Get help if that's what you need. But let me tell you something, who you could always go to, and that is the most amazing doctor and healer, and that is God. Okay? He always hear your cry. He will make the crooked way straight. He will put a ram in the bush for you. And if you don't know what's going on, if you don't understand, just pray and ask him and seek someone who you know that's been through what you've been through, okay? Don't stay in a stagnated desert place alone. I'm here. Inbox me. Plenty of people do it. Y'all never hear me talk about it. I might mention Sam Minister and people never tell you who it is, never will. I had an inbox, y'all. Let me tell y'all this and I'm going to go. I had an inbox, uh, either it was yesterday morning or the other morning, of a young lady that said that I gave her a word. And she said everything that I said came to pass in her life, and she has moved, and things are going great for her. Even more greater things are happening, y'all. And I read that thing, and she and I talked back and forth. But after she and I started talking, I read that thing and I cried, because sometimes you're like, God, am I really making a difference? Am I really making a difference? And just like my bishop said, you do the things because you're gonna do it because God called you to do it. But sometimes it's good to know that someone appreciates and someone is being affected by what God has inside of you, what God is doing in you, that it is helping someone. And for me, I'm so humble and I'm so grateful to God that what I'm doing is helping somebody, even if it's just one somebody. That's like a multitude for me. Okay. So, you guys just know that you are loved, you are valued, you are needed, you are appreciated, and don't ever let anything deter you from the pathway to your purpose. Y'all have an amazing evening.